energy? How's everybody doing tonight? I always need it. All right, tonight we talk about something super duper special. Everybody's gonna be able to benefit from it. We're talking about entrepreneurship tonight. I need a mic. Can I get somebody can help me pass these around? I want to start off with a couple of questions. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, the reason why I'm excited, how many guys got an opportunity to see the TGIM for this week already? You got a chance to see that? So you saw my mom was on there, right? And in my mom's era, you got to understand eras. In my mom's era, there was no such thing as, like 19-year-olds making millions of dollars. It didn't exist, right? My mom worked for Ford, so that was huge. Back in the day, if you get a job at Ford and you could ride that thing out for 30 years, you're gonna be at least like middle class, maybe upper middle class. So my mom didn't work for the plant. My mom was actually in administration, right? My mom worked at headquarters in Dearborn. So my mom's got one of those real good jobs, and then she ended up going to college at 48, graduated at 52, and that degree helped my mom to get to another pay scale. So back in the day, if you had a job at GM, I don't care, 19, 20, you were like, I could ride this out for 30 years, you knew like, we're gonna be good, right? And so there were multiple generations, right? But something changed, and you guys can help me out, because this is a unique time. And when I say you have to take advantage of an opportunity of a lifetime, in the lifetime of the opportunity, I need you to truly understand what I'm saying, because sometimes when you're born in a generation and you don't understand the generation before you, you don't know what you have, right? Because if you knew what you had and you knew how precious it was, like you would go at it with a resolve that's like just like out of this world. So somebody tell me, what has happened in the last 10, 15 years that has changed the game for entrepreneurs?
The internet.
Good, go for it. Say it in it. Yep, say it right.
The internet, everything can go viral.
Good. So the internet, right? So now ET doesn't just have to do business in the United States of America, right? Because of the internet now, I put a t-shirt up, I can sell it in Australia if I want to. Sell a book in Australia, England, wherever I want, Africa, right? T-shirt, wherever. We go Periscope, it's not just people in the United States of America watching me. So now if you're watching me in England, you calling your teacher saying, yo, can we get ET at our high school? Can you get ET at our business, right? And I told y'all, well, I wasn't here last week. I don't know when I told y'all. I don't know if I told y'all. I speak so much, I don't know who I'm talking to, right? But I told somebody, I just signed a contract in pounds. I'm like, let's not even do like dollars. I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Give me the exact same numbers that we do, make sure that's in pounds, right? Because pounds is a little bit more right now, right? So we're doing business all over the world. Every year we're in Australia, right? People are calling us all over the world. So the internet has helped you guys get to a whole, there are like no limits now. But this is what bothers me. If you only look at social media as social, then you're not gonna be able to get in the game, right? I need you to look at it as a business, right? Not just as you talking to your friends, right? I need you to see it as an opportunity. All right, what else, guys? Why is this time a unique time? Why is this a unique time? Why is it a unique time? You need to know before we go into today's message. Why is it a unique time?
Because school's about to be over with.
Say it again.
School's about to be over with.
Good. School's about to be over for some of us. Yep. School's about to be over. And when the school's over, you're going to have an opportunity to do what?
Grind.
Get paid. Like, we don't just grind like it was a grind. We don't just grind to grind. I don't grind to grind. I grind to get paid. Like, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning just to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning so I can get paid, right? I want to get paid, right? Now, we all have a different reason for why we want to get paid. You know, there's some of us, you just want to buy stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you decide. But the thing that I want to buy is my time. That's what I want to buy. So if you saw me this morning, I had an opportunity to bring a group of kids up from Detroit because I couldn't drive there and drive back, so they came here. I got to spend 2 hours with those kids, feed those kids, send them on their way. I want to buy my time, right? I want to buy my time, right? So it gives me the luxury to kind of do what I want to do, right? So why else? Why is this time so important? Why is this time so important that we're living in?
Our most valuable asset.
Good. What's our most valuable asset?
Time.
Time is our most valuable asset. And this generation, because you don't have to work a 9 to 5 to get paid, you can use your time a little different. Right? When my mom was going to work, 8 o'clock to when she clocked out, you need to be working. Like, you can't work on your dreams at 4. As a matter of fact, in my mother's day, and I don't even know if it exists anymore, but there was something called moonlighting. Moonlighting means you can get in trouble for doing what? Having another job. Like y'all generation, you probably couldn't even imagine that, right? One day LeBron with Cleveland, next day LeBron with Miami, next day he back in Cleveland, right? It's a perfect world. That was illegal back in the day. Larry Bird wasn't about to leave Boston to play with the Pistons. Like it didn't happen. Moonlighting was looked down upon. You get drafted here, you stay here, unless you're like a buster player. Yeah, they can send you all over the place. It didn't make a difference. But Isaiah wasn't going to leave Detroit and like, you know what? I'm going to go play with Michael Jordan this year. It didn't happen. Right? So you couldn't moonlight. Now, you guys can have 3 or 4 jobs if you want to. Nobody's really tripping. Nobody really get. Matter of fact, in my company, I tell my guys, like, I'm encouraging you. Go get paid. Like, you know how to do videography. You blew me up. Go find out who else you can blow up. Just make sure you have time to keep blowing me up, though. Right? I'm not mad at you. Go make all the money you can make. You have a skill that's out of this world. But we're still missing something. Why is this generation, why is the internet, or why is this time so special for you right now? Why is it so special?
We have the most available resources.
Good, you have the most available resources, and on the flip side of that is what? You have the most available resources. The flip side to that is what?
There's technology.
You can use it for, okay, look, you can make as much money as you want in this generation. That's not back in the day when my mom had a job at Ford. There's a cap. You build an app now, woo! You build an app, you let it play around for about 3 years, and you can sell that app for what? Millions and billions. And this is the generation where you can be young and do it. Like back in the day, if you were going to be a millionaire, you had to be about 50. Like you can't be no millionaire at 25. It took time. This generation, you can build like the right little gadget, and 6 months later, you get out, you just drop out of school like I quit. I'm a millionaire. I don't want to study no more. Right? So you need to understand the times that you're living in, because for some of you, because you don't understand the times you're living in, you playing on the internet like you're just talking to your friends. Like, listen to me. Let me tell you why the internet is so crazy. I got an app on my phone called Shopify. I love it. I got a little ding on there. Every time somebody buy a book, and that ding, I'll be in the middle of the night like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what is that? I'm looking at my t-shirt. They bought 8 books. Man, I love it. Like, I'm just looking at my life. Like, I'm looking at my money. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, I love it. Whoever came up with Shopify, I love it. Why? Because there's a time in this history, America's history, that I would have to sell my stuff somewhere. And if I had to sell my stuff through a department store, the department store is going to get a what? They're going to get a cut, a big cut. We can cut my man out now. I'm like, good, I don't need you, Macy's. We good. Can you imagine that? I'm selling a book. Can you imagine that I'm selling a book all over the world? We have 3 books. They keep selling. Do you understand that I'm selling books without being in the bookstore? Like, I know to you that's not that deep, but where I come from, like, you'd have to have your book in the airport, in a bookstore to make money. I don't even need them no more. I'm just selling it out the basement. No overhead. All my business students in here. I'm just flat out, just all assets. Right? I don't have no liabilities. I'm in the my basement. And I just go get the book and put it in a little Federal Express. Look, I got an app for that. I just print it out. What's the app called that print the stuff out, Carl? Say it again. Order Cup. I see. I don't even know the name of it, but it's an app for that. And you just hit the button and you put the sticker on. UPS come to my house. And they just, how many you got today? I'm like, we got 80 books. Like, all right, got it. Choop, 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 boom. They go. And we got a tracking number. When I'm going to get my book? Well, here's your tracking number. You can keep up with it on your own. That's the generation you live in. So here's my thing. If it's something to get, you ought to get it. That's all I'm saying. Like, if they have something to get, you'd be a fool not to get it. You'd be a fool if you could make millions of dollars off the internet and all you doing is talking to your homegirl on the internet. During class, by the way. Like, you should be learning, and you and your girl going back and forth, like you making money while you're going back and forth with her. You're not making any money. Right? So this is the generation to make what? Come on, y'all. I would be excited. This is the generation to make what? Money. And is there a cap? No. Is there a cap? No. Come on, is there a cap? No. Then you can get as much as you want. So by the end of this year, I want you to sit down and ask yourself how much money you made. If you made none off the internet, you ought to. Okay, I can't say that, but I'll say kill yourself, but you might take that. You know, say I mean it as a joke, but you're like Eric said, I didn't make any money. It's December 31st. Boom, I didn't mean it like that. I mean like kill yourself, like you should be disappointed in yourself. Right? So the end of the year, if you haven't used the internet or you haven't used this generation and the app or something to take you to the next level. Now, here's what I love about apps. Like what makes apps so sweet is that all apps, like they're not deep. All apps come from a what? Why do they create apps? They all come from a what? Yep, from a person, but why? Somebody's idea. And generally that idea came in why? Because it was a problem. Right? It was a problem. They couldn't see their friends' pictures, so they came up with Instagram. Facebook was too much. It was too much writing. Like write stuff. Like I don't want to do all this writing. I just want to see her. Just boom. Instagram. For real, Twitter. They just came up with something. Making millions. I still don't know to this day, how do you sell Facebook for? How much did he sell Facebook for? Somebody, how much? Like, look it up. You don't have to look it up. You can do that now. You can do that. You ain't got to go to the library and go upstairs now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go upstairs to the library. Just look that up for me. How much did they sell Facebook for? Tell me what that was. It's worth how much? 280 mil. I'm still trying to figure out how is an app worth 280 mil. But I know now because they're charging me to send my stuff out. I get it now. But 280, this guy, how old is my man? 26, 28, 20s. Not 40. Right? So I want to help you out tonight. We're going to do something unique tonight. Right? You got the question and answer, right? But we're going to get started. I'm going to need the mic. Somebody's going to have to help me pass the mic around because I want some people to like get involved. I need you to get involved. All right? I need you to get involved tonight. All right, y'all ready? Yeah. All right, so I want to make money.
I want to make money.
That's about 10 of y'all. All right, I want to make money.
I want to make money.
All right, somebody in the room tell me why you want to make money. Give me a legitimate reason why you want to make money.
Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. And what could you get with financial freedom?
Luxury of having my time.
Good, luxury of having my time. What would you do if you had your time?
A lot of things. I got a lot of things I want to get into. Got a lot of places I want to go.
Good. I'm with you, bro. I'm trying to get to Cali. Yeah, 2017, winter, I'm going to be on the beach. Like, I'm through. This is my last winter. I'm finished. My daughter's graduating from high school. She gone. You'll see me, like, maybe September, October. But once it get cold, I'm like, I'm out. I'm not doing the snow no more. I grind enough to do that. You feel me? I just want to walk on the beach. All right, and then my next one is I want a house that's on the beach. So we're not going to do that right now because I need something to, you feel me? I just want to, all right, I want to tour, like I want to start flying private. I hate the like hour and a half drive to the Detroit airport, the sitting in the airport for an hour, right? Then the flying, I don't want to do that no more. I just want, I did private a couple times, I just want to go straight up, get in, and just boom, hit the gig, and come home to my family. I don't want to have to spend the night because they don't have a night flight. Private jet, the beach, that's fine. You feel me? And some sweet sandals, you know what I'm saying? I didn't used to wear sandals at first because I was from the D. When I was seeing my guys with sandals, like, I got sandals. Like Miami, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna get my sandals and just walk the beach, all right? I think I might start buying linen too. I'm just getting all white linen outfits, crushed linen, just walking through. Wow, all right, good. Anybody else? Financial freedom. Why financial freedom?
Generations of wealth.
Good, generations of wealth, I like that. So he's just not saying you just want to make sure every generation after you, they just Rockefellers, just pay. Good, I like it, good, I like it. Anybody else? What's the reason?
The other direction, write the retirement check for your parents.
Good. The other direction, I want to write the retirement check for mom and dad. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? We talking about making money because I'm excited. You might not be excited about this one. I'm excited about this one tonight. Good. Anybody else? Why do you want to make money? Good. Kingdom projects. Good. Explain that for me.
So, church stuff.
Okay. Good.
Christian, and there are things I want to do, missions,
Yeah.
things overseas, things here in the States. You can't really do a lot in the world.
Yeah, you can. We just had Pilgrim's Rest. Pastor Gibson came over and told us about this wonderful thing they're doing in Africa, sending books. They don't have Bibles and stuff. The church, my church, we raised like $7,500 and gave it to them. I'm all about it. You say they can't read, they need Bible. Like, let's go. How much? Let's raise. So we need 25. Like, we're gonna do better than that, right? And I'm blessed to be in a church that's believe in wealth and not necessarily do crazy stuff with to be a blessing. Good. We're gonna also this summer. I'm hiring interns. right? I'm excited about the fact that we put some money to the side so we can get interns. That don't mean you lazy. We want you. We don't want you if you're lazy. Like, don't even fill out an app. You geek. I want to be an intern. Please don't come to me if you're not ready to grind this summer, right? But if you're ready to grind, we got money set aside to help kids get to the next level who can also be a blessing to us. So, all right, so here's what people don't realize about entrepreneurship, right? I want everybody to say it on three. 1, 2, 3.
You are the brand.
All right, so I messed up. I should have put I am the brand. I'm sorry, because I said you are the brand, but I should have wrote I am the brand, so when you say it, you'll talk to yourself, right? So we're going to fix that. Erase that. You are the brand. I am the brand. All right, 1, 2, 3.
I am the brand.
I like it. I like it. That was about 70%. All right, so I'm here for free tonight. I need 120. All right, so we're going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3.
I am the brand.
All right, good. You ain't paying me. You can at least give me some energy, okay? You ain't paying, and you're like, I am the brand. Why is it got me saying that? I need some energy. 1, 2, 3.
I am the brand.
All right, so I'm just going to give this to somebody. You tell me when I say, what does that mean to you? When I say, I am the brand. I am the brand. Can you stand, kind of show that for the people real quick? I am the brand. Yep, and then you can give her the mic. Yep, I am the brand. What does that mean to you?
To me, it just means like, I guess just like portraying myself in the best way possible and just like all that stuff.
Yeah, good. Give her a hand. That's exactly what I mean. All right, so number one, this is huge. A lot of you guys think that, the brand is Heinz ketchup. The brand is Jordan. Like a lot of you think the brand is Nike, right? But in actuality, you are the brand. See, what happens in the real world is that people don't buy skills. That's not what people buy. And a lot of people are confused. You think that if you have a good resume, that's not the brand, right? The brand is not the product. The brand, listen to me again, and please write this down. If you're not, I know if you're in business, you already know this. But people buy from their emotions, right? Less than 30% of what people buy is like facts. Right? That's like milk and stuff, like clothes. But outside that, even clothes, even milk, right? Even groceries, people buy with their emotions. Have you noticed that the commercials in today's society have absolutely nothing to do with the product? Like you see the Dove commercial, they talk about fathers. I'm like, what does that have to do with soap, right? But they're like, fathers are the greatest thing in the world, and there's a guy with his kids lathering them up and he's giving them a bath and Dove. And you're like, man, fathers use Dove. I want to be a father one day. I want to be a strong father. I'm going to go get Dove. Like, we have kids, we're going to go get Dove. Right? I saw a Coca-Cola commercial, and it's like a girlfriend or boyfriend, they drink the Coca-Cola, and they're going through all their like ups and downs and everything with the Coca-Cola, and then it fall once and break. I guess their relationship tore up, and they get the Coca-Cola back, and they drink it, and later on in life, they back together, hugging, Coca-Cola. And you're like, yes, Coke is going to help me with my relationship. I'm going to start drinking Coca-Cola. Right? Let's be real. Give me some of your favorite commercials. It has absolutely nothing to do with the product. Absolutely nothing to do with the product. Right? Somebody give me an example of a commercial you've seen that has absolutely nothing to do with the product. Somebody help me out. You watch TV, it has absolutely nothing to do with the product. But it's a sweet commercial though. You're like, that was a sweet commercial though. Anybody?
It's the little gum commercial where the two people get
Yep.
together and they be writing like drawing pictures of the gum wrapper and then they cry.
Double man, right? Spearmint gum at the end. I'm like, I gotta go get some gum. Like I was hurt. He did a picture for every event that happened when they was in the car, kissing, everything they went through, he had rolled into the gum. And then boom, I'm at the commercial like, why am I not chewing that kind of gum? That's what's wrong with my relationship. If I chewed that gum and wrote that stuff down, it would be next level. Sweetheart, on your way home, stop by Walmart, get us some gum. Right? But look, they're not selling gum. It's emotions, and they understand that. That if you get emotionally tied into it, you probably want to get gum the next time, you're going to think about that gum. Right? So you are the brand. So in your mind, you're thinking, I get good grades, I get a skill. That's not what people buy. People buy Michael Jordan because they think Michael Jordan represents what?
Greatness.
Greatness. So when you put on a shoe, you feel like whatever you do, you play basketball, you stick your tongue out like Mike, and you try to dunk like Mike, because you feel like, man, I've never seen kids in this generation go buy a big pair of Converse and say, well, Wilt Chamberlain wore Converse. He dunked, I'm going to dunk. I've never seen it. But everybody's like, okay, Michael Jordan shoe. Then after Mike, what's the next popular shoe? LeBron's the next popular shoe. right? Michael Jordan selling this shoe for like $200 some dollars. Like, I know this shoe don't cost $200 to make. That's got to be like a $5 shoe, $6 shoe. So people are not buying the shoe. People are buying into Michael's great, and if I wear this shoe, there's a chance I could be great. Right? So I'm telling you, what you got to do for yourself, you are a brand. And what you're going to have to do is prove that you are great. So somebody said they watched the video with me and my mom, right? And the reality was I did not want my mom to get hired. I didn't want my mom working for my company. Not because my mom's not skilled. She's skilled. But what did I say in the video why I didn't want my mom working for me?
You didn't want her emotionally tied, you know what I'm saying, to the project, to the process.
I don't want my mom emotionally tired because if somebody call and say something negative about me, my mom's going to do what? You're going to get cussed out. Bottom line. My mom still curse. I got a Christian brand. Like, we don't curse. I don't curse. You never heard me curse. Like, that's not my thing. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with cursing. But I'm just saying when you curse, you're limited. Like, they still don't curse on Sesame Street. Believe it or not. 2016, they're still not cursing on Sesame Street. Dora the Explorer is still not cursing. Right? Like, believe it or not, there's still some places in America that they don't curse. So if I don't curse, I know people are not going to have a problem with me. If I curse, some people might be cool with it, some people might not be cool with it. Right? If you drink, I don't drink. If you drink, it's cool. Some people cool with drinking, but some people are still not cool with drinking. I don't smoke. It's okay if you smoke. But in some industries, people don't like smokers. So I know my brand. And I'm like, I don't know if my mom cuss. My mom like, some of y'all curse. My mom is a reader. My mom is like skilled with the English language. So when my mom curses, it's just not like just out there. She's strategic with it. So if you call me and say something crazy and people say something crazy, oh, I hear Tommy, he think he all this, he think he all that. I'm like, Mom, I'm about to let him have it. So I'm like, Mom, if I hire you, will you promise me a no curse zone? She said, no doubt, son, I got you. But why? Because it's not the brand. If you cut somebody out, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't even do it. My mom did it, right? But they're going to, oh, E.T., mom cussed me out, right? And I want to teach you something. I want you to understand something as a student. I want you to understand something as a friend. I want you to understand something as an employer. When you say something or do something that's negative, or you say something and do something that's good, it doesn't stay with the person. The biggest, I love marketing, but to this day, it's not marketing that is the biggest attribute to a company's success. To this day, it's still what? Word of mouth. Word of mouth. To this day, okay, how much money you spend on marketing? It's still word of mouth. So when you come to work late, it's people get, girl, yeah, I hired her. She come to work late. I can't believe it. At least 2 or 3 times she come to late work. Yeah, she late for work. Yeah. She lazy. So when those letters of recommendation you need, those phone calls you need, you're not going to get them because people are like, nah, you're not, and you're lazy. And even if they lie for you, people can tell when they're talking to you if they're serious or not. When I have passion, yeah, let me tell you something, you definitely want to hire this person. So you your own brand. You either screw your brand up as a human, or you are blessed in your brand. So watch this. People tell me all the time, I got this product. Products don't sell. You don't have people to sell them to. If you don't have relationships, so I got a brand, right? So I called somebody on campus yesterday at probably like about 2 o'clock. I was like, yo, I need a space for tomorrow at 11. And in a couple seconds, they was like, got you, E. You need us to set up because of the relationships that I have, because of the brand that I represent. So they don't mind doing stuff for me. Why? Because when I work for them as a graduate assistant, because when they call me and ask me to do something, the experience they've had with me over the last 10, 12 years have been positive experiences. So when I call in for a favor, I can get it. Some of y'all need to work on your brand. Your brand right now, your brand, you need to work on your brand. And if I wish, like, and this is no disrespect to nobody, but the energy that people put into working out and like physically looking good, I wish you put that into your character. Like some of you, your character is like struggling. Like for real, you lazy. Like for real, you have a spirit of entitlement. Like for real, your brand is terrible and you need to work on your brand. Let me get like 2 people who could be honest and say, E.T., this is where I need to work on my brand. I need to work on my brand in this area. Just 2 honest people. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I should be more consistent.
Good, more consistent. As an employee thing that I can't stand when I hire people is you give me 30 points on Monday, Tuesday, and you don't show up for me on Thursday and Friday. You're killing me. I tell everybody that works for me, look, whatever you give me, I need that every single day. I need it every day. Whatever, if you bring 30 points, I don't need 30. That's why we love Steph Curry. It's not like every now and then. You hate the player that can put up 25, 40 points every so often. You're like, where's the 40 in you? When can we get that? So you need to be consistent. Some of you in this room, be honest. E.T., he's just not suffering. I suffer with being consistent. Raise your hand. I just suffer. Good, we're going to work on the brain. We're going to work on the brain. Because when you buy, look, when I have an experience, the reason why I love Chick-fil-A, it's the same experience every time. It never fails. I love Chick-fil-A, right? And I told y'all this before. As much as I love Chick-fil-A, when they brought Chick-fil-A to Michigan, I was like, it's going to be a disaster. This ain't going to work out. Because Chick-fil-A is built on what? Like, what's their brand? What are they built on? Southern hospitality. That don't exist in Michigan. I don't care how hard you try to produce it. I don't know if you've been in the restaurants I've been to on 8 Mile. It ain't a lot of Southern hospitality in Coney Island. It's just not a lot. You go Coney Island, you go up because what you want to eat. You're not going for the hospitality, right? For just being real. They call you by your name. Chick-fil-A is the same experience every time. How are you? How you doing? When they give you your order, they call you by your name, not a number. It's the same experience. It's like, look, I always say, look, I'm being honest. If you gave me millions of dollars, one of the things I would do is I would hire Chick-fil-A's recruiters and ask them, like, how do y'all get all these people? Like, what are you train? Like, what are you doing to clone these people? What's happening that they all friendly? Like, for real, if you go to McDonald's in the hood, you might get one or two people that's like friendly. And then the rest, you're like, why am I spending I feel bad about spending how can I help you? I'm coming to get some food. That's how you get help. Like, be friendly, be nice. I'm helping keep the building up. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I buy a chicken sandwich, the company stays in business. They like got an attitude. You ever been to a restaurant, 9:30, they close at 10, and the shake machine is like shut down at 9:30. I'm like, it's 9:30. What's the shake? Is it broke? No, it's not broke. Are you out of milkshake? No, we're not out of milkshake. Then what happened? We're trying to leave at 10. You trying to leave at 10, you don't close at 10. I try to leave at 10. Right? Aggravates me. Every time I go to Chick-fil-A, it's the same thing. Shake machine is never down. They're never out. Like, I go to restaurants here, and they tell me we out of chicken. You out of chicken? That's what you serve. How you out of chicken? Nobody ordered chicken. Nobody saw y'all was running out. Like, y'all don't have inventory? Like, all y'all sell is chicken. I went to Chipotle once, they told me they was out of shells. Just like out of them? Like, you make burritos. Like, you just all out of shells? That doesn't bother anybody? Like, you're not hurt? Like, you're not personally hurt that you work here and you didn't notice the shells were evaporated? Like, that doesn't bother you at all? Like, you don't have no shells? It's like, we just don't have no shells. And the one on the other side of town don't have none either. I'm like, so y'all know y'all both don't have none, but you didn't know that in time to order some, right? Listen to me, you are your brand. You are your brand. E.T. is not doing what he's doing because people just like my skill. I represent a certain brand. And I try to do that with excellence, right? I believe in customer service. E.T., I got in your company, it ain't working out with my money back. I tell my people all the time, they like my everything, I said, give them their money back. Just give them their money back. We're going to be blessed. Give my man his money back. I ain't tripping. If he want to lie and say he's going to give us this and he's in for a year and he want to change his mind, give him his money back. God's going to bless us. I'm good. I don't want nobody that don't want to be here. I'm not interested in keeping people hostage. And I've never had no problem. We've never gone out of business. Our rent has always got paid. Everybody payroll has always happened. Right? I represent a brand. I represent a brand. I don't care who I'm around. Look, I grew up with people who sold dope. I grew up with people drinking and smoking, and I hung out with them. And guess what? We had a good time, but I never drank or smoked. Why? Because that's just not my brand. I don't look down at you. It don't mean we can't hang out. But when you start drinking and smoking, I'm just going to go in the corner. And when you finish, I'll come back. But I have a brand. You need to know what your brand is. There's a brand. I love mayonnaise. There's a difference between Miracle Whip and mayonnaise. A big difference. You would think they're the same thing. They're not. It's a different brand. One is sweet, right? If you want some like kid stuff, you want a sweet sandwich, that's Miracle Whip. You grown. You want mayonnaise, right? For real, my boys, we eat grits. We both from the South. Parents grew up in the South. My man be putting sugar in his grits. I'm like, I'm good on that. That's like kid stuff right there. That's like when you were a child. I'm good. I want some salt, please. And pepper, right? It's the same thing. It's just a different brand. There's nothing wrong with putting sugar in if you want to eat like you know what I'm saying? Because you know when you're two, you got to fix it and put everything sugar in for it. When you grow up, it's like salt me out. Put a little cheese in that for me right here. Right? So it's a different brand, right? So I need you to know your brand. On three, everybody say, know your brand. 1, 2, 3. Know your brand. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Know your brand. All right, knowing your brand is important. There's some companies I won't work for. Some companies that call me and ask to do a voiceover, I'm like, I won't do it. So guess what they do? Anybody ever seen the Hennessy? You ever seen the Hennessy commercial? People call me like, E.T., was that you on the Hennessy commercial? It sounds just like me. They did the voice, they did the when you want to succeed, like they switched a little bit. When you want to succeed is back. It was close. Sounded just like me. People was calling me, E.T., is that you? I'm like, I'm good. You know that's not. I'm like, come on, you know that ain't me. You know I ain't about to do no voice for Hennessy. Drink Hennessy. You know I'm not about to do no commercial for Hennessy. Come on, that's not my brand. Am I saying there's something wrong with it? No. But that's not my brand. I don't tell people to drink alcohol. It's not my brand. I don't do it. Now, if somebody else want to do it, that's fine. There are people that call me with a big check. I'm like, I'm not interested. That's just not my brand. Know your brand, because when you don't know your brand, you're going to be tossed and driven. Know what you stand for. Know what you believe, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract like-minded companies, like-minded individuals. But you got to know what your brand is. So just real quick, right now, what your brand is. Just a couple things that you into that. Write that down. Write that down. What's your brand? What's your brand? Good. If you're a student, you should have a brand. If you're a student, you should have a brand. Like I don't get under a 3.0. I came to Michigan State University when I was working on my PhD. They have like what they call, they reimburse you for, going to school, but you pay for it first and they reimburse you, right? And so what happens is you get kicked out of the program if you get under a 3.0, and they don't pay for it if you get less than a 3.0. I'm a high school dropout. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Ask me how many classes did I get less than a 3.0 in master's and PhD when I was here. Just take a wild guess. How many classes did I get less than a 3.0? Not one, but they were paying for it. Like, bro, that was the brand. I'm like, oh, y'all paying for it? I need a what? 3.0. All right, let's go. I'm like, 3 point, that's the goal right there. We don't get nothing less than a 3, right? A couple of them like, let's go for the 4 though, just in case the 4 don't work out. Like, you don't want to shoot for a 3 and then get the 2.5, right? I said, we're going to shoot for a 4 and we're going to hit the 3. I was a different student when I was here. Why? Because it was different rules. It was different rules. So I never paid for a class. Never. What's your brand? So write that down real quick. Whatever you believe in. I'm a 3.0 student. Like I'm an honor student. I'm a dean's list student. Like whatever that is, right? And why am I saying that? Because if you are a dean student type of brand, because you're going to go to Duke when you get out of here. You're going to Harvard when you get out of here. You're going to law school when you get out of here. So you got certain GPA. Why is that important to know what your brand is? Why is that important? Anybody? You know what you're working for, right? What else? Yep. All the opportunities. Good. What else? Why you need to know the brand? Good. Make decisions. Know your value. So when people start saying, we going out? Look, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, depending on what your major is, you might be able to go out every weekend. You know what I'm saying? You might have that type of major. And you can go to every party. You got that type of major where you just need a 2 point to graduate. You might have that type of major. I'm always in that type of major. I ain't never been in. My son was like, Dad, when I get that, like, son, you like me, don't go with the one that you need a 3.8. I'm just telling you. When you get to grad school, you can elevate yourself. You like to have fun. You're not the kind of kid that want to go to college for 4 straight years and never party. That's just not you. So do me. Now my daughter, look, you want to be a law school go for it. Why? She don't party now. They on spring break somewhere, on a cruise somewhere, senior trip. My daughter like, I'm good on that. I was like, you want to go on your senior trip? She's like, no. I was like, why not? She's like, you know what they're going to be doing. And I'm not interested in drinking and smoking. I'm just not interested. I'm like, cool, my son, I promise, he'd been on 2 senior trips. He went to his and found out the other school, which one they was going to. He would be like, Dad, can I go to their spring break with them? I'm like, hey. So you got to know your brand. It doesn't make you bad because you want to party, you want to have a social life. That doesn't make you a bad person, but you need to know your brand. So if you're trying to be a lawyer, you have to make different decisions. Like I'm trying to be a lawyer. I might only be able to go to 1 party a semester. Because being a lawyer is important to me. What else? Why is the brand important?
It's important so you continue to know like what your goals are. So when you know your brand, like it helps you to keep focused on what your goals are.
Came here, I told you, with a focus. I came here with a focus. When I leave Michigan, I don't know I did exactly what I came here to do. I tell people all the time, I love Detroit. Like, I grew up in Detroit. What would you even be like super duper party in Lansing? Where's Lansing? The The club's only so, the buildings are only so big in Atlantic City. It's a real small building. It's like a trap. Like you ain't at a party, you at a trap. Like it's just one way in, one way out. It's a little smaller spot. You about to pay all that money to come here to go to a party? Stay at home and go to a real party with a real big building and real sound system. Like DJs has been doing it for more than 10 years. Like real, back at the crib, it's real DJs. Like you on college campus, you practicing. You just trying to learn how to do it. You gonna party, stay at home. If you gonna come here, the brand is school. So know what you want, because you can waste a whole lot of your mother's money up here. Your daddy's money, you can waste a lot of money and a lot of time up here. And people gotta go to work for another 5 to 10 years because you wasted $25,000. Somebody gotta go to work, y'all. When you get to playing, somebody gotta keep working. Somebody can't retire because you playing. So do me a favor, like one thing I love about, I'm all over the world, right? The one thing I love about the Mormon faith is that they kids don't go straight to college. They get 1 year where they gotta go travel the world. You travel the world and you do missionary work, and when you come back that year later, you have to decide if you want to go to college or if you want to do something else. I love it. Like they too young. They 17, 18. They too young to be here. Some of y'all, you too young. You here, you don't even know what your brand is. So you starting backwards. I know my brand. When I walk in the grocery store, I'm telling you, I'm Sara Lee. I don't just eat any kind of bread. I'm Sara Lee, honey wheat. I don't even want wheat. I want honey wheat. I know the brand. Gino. When I get turkey, I want Gino. I don't want the off-brand Great Value. I'm like, I'm good on the Great Value. Great Value grits. I'm like, I'm good. I want Quaker Oats. I don't know what's in the instant grit. I don't know what Great Value is. I don't want just sugar flakes. You know what I'm saying? As a certain brand, I don't want the frog on that joint. I don't want just, I'm Captain Crunch. I want to see my man. I don't want to see like Captain America Crunch. I'm like, I'm not just in the big bag. 4 different colors. Like, I'm good on that. I don't know what milk does to that. It might just soak that all up. I need the Captain Crunch food on this. I need Tony the Tiger. They're great, right? Those are proven. I know the brand I want. Most of y'all don't know the brand you want. You don't know what your brand is. And I don't mind spending a couple extra dollars. Because when you put the sugar, oh man, I'm telling you, Tony the Tiger, you put the milk in the sugar, you can I could just for real go to the bathroom real quick, come back, boom, I go put some toast in, they still crunchy. You get the Great Value as soon as you put milk on that joint. Bye. I'm talking about you got 2 seconds to eat it. If you get the wrong brand, you put the milk in there, you got like 2 seconds, and then all of the plates are just boom in 2 seconds. You get the, I'm Tony the Tiger boy, you got a couple minutes before you have to go in and do your thing. You just put your, this is just me, I'm not telling you to do it, but you put your bananas on top, and then boom, just a little honey on top of that, and you go watch the Sports Center for 10 minutes, you come back, it's the best ever. Know your brand, right? Know your brand. All right, I want to show you this might hurt somebody's feelings. All right? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
What do you say?
I need you to ask yourself that. All right? I need you to ask yourself that. All right? Everything you do, but the way you dress, what you selling? What you selling? I want you to think about that. You're going in for an interview, you're going to class, what you selling? I used to see people here like in pajamas. I'm like, what you selling? Girl, I need you to know, what are you selling? Like, you have a brand. What are you selling? I sell inspiration. I sell energy. I sell motivation. That's what I sell. When a company calls me, they want me to come in and get their people lit up. I call myself the juice, a performance enhancer. That's what I do. So I'm not a drug, but I'm a drug. When I leave, I just left Lennar. I just left doing some work for, they were construction companies, and Carl looked up. Carl, you told me, was that the Dow Jones you looked up? I went and did my thing. They gave me a check. A couple weeks later, they went up. That's what I said. You think they called me back? Yep, I'll be back in Minneapolis doing some work for them in a couple of days on the 14th. I know what I sell. What you selling? What you selling? We all have a product. We all have a product. So you say, Carl does videography, but that's not what he sells. Carl sells perfection. He's a perfectionist. That's what he sells. That's what he does for our company. Everything he puts his hands on, it has to be perfect with him, not. That's what he's selling. He's a biology major. Like, that's what he went to school for. So everything he does, it's in the lab. That's what he's selling. He sells excellence. What are you selling? I know what you want. I know how much money you want to make. But you can't make the money you want to make if your product doesn't match what you're trying to sell. You can't, like people ask me all the time, why you charge people the way you charge people? Because I work for it. I went and got the degrees. I put in the time. Like I ain't bet, come on. 18, man, I see you blowing up. Now, Murray, can you tell them when was the first year, like what was the first year you could even remember that you brought me on campus to speak? Was it in the, what, like 19? The 90s. And not like 99. Probably like 96, 97. I've been doing this for a minute. I know what I'm selling. Every year I get better at it. What are you selling? I know how much money you want to make. I know you're trying to demand, I need to make 6 figures. I want to be a millionaire. But is your product worth that? What are you selling? Somebody in the room, tell me, what are you selling? When you go to class, what are you selling? When you go to class, what are you selling? When you go to an interview, what do you say? Like, what's your thing? What are you going to be known for? What's your unique selling proposition? What's yours? Anybody help me out? Yes, ma'am.
Promoting the value of school and education in urban city children.
Good. That's your thing. You selling the importance of education. Good. I love it. Good. What you selling? Good. Resiliency. I'm selling that. You do your research. It's there. Good. What else? Who else in the room? What are you selling?
Just connecting people's personal passion with a purpose in a career or an education.
Good. Connecting people with their passion and a community. I love it. Come on. What you selling, guys? Yes, sir.
Free self-expression.
Good. Free self-expression. Good. How do you get paid with that? Like, what does that mean exactly?
That's just one of the things.
I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that, but how do you make money doing that? Because I might want to do that, right? I just want to know how I can get paid doing it.
Put me on the spot, man.
Okay, we'll come back. But I'm saying life is going to put you on the what? Come on, life is going to put you on the what? So you need to know. Like, so if you say education, that's good. Tell me how you can make money from that. You talk about resiliency. How do you make money from that? Off the cuff, when you say resiliency, I'm thinking about going to a hospital. Kids with cancer. People with cancer. And giving people with cancer. Like people with cancer say, yeah, I listen to your mixtapes. I'm like, what? I listen to your mixtape. Like, when I was doing chemotherapy, I would listen to your song to get me through. Right? So resiliency, that's a great skill. But how are you going to apply it? Good. We got 2 young ladies down here with a response right here. Anybody right here, real quick, while he's coming with the mic? Anybody right here? Anybody? What are you selling? Anybody, what are you selling? In this area where you don't need a mic. Yes, sir.
Execution.
Good. Execution. Oh, we need that. Oh, we need execution. Everybody talking. Very few people getting stuff done. Yes. Talk to them.
I'm selling creativity.
Good. Creativity. Can you help me understand, like, how would you package that up?
I have a talent. I have a talent for like everything. I do all things like creative, like art. I can do nails and hair and stuff like that.
So if I fly you to California when I get my crib, can you come in and make that something look sweet for me? You can make it look like in the living room. You just make me look creative when people walk in. I have no creativity, but you can come in there, I give you a couple dollars, and you make it look like I'm very creative. Good, I love it. All right, I love it. Good. Anybody else? Yep, right here.
I sell my ability to influence and build relationships between people.
Good. And relationships are so, come on guys, relationships, like if you don't do anything else, learn to build solid relationships and understand that when you make a mistake, like, okay, let me just say this, the Lakers, D'Angelo, Russell. Let me just say that real quick. Great basketball player, but not real keen on the relationships. Like what to share and what not to share in a relationship. Right? That's critical. How long you think that's gonna be on, my man? It's gonna be on for a minute. Right? That's something real small. Me and you having a conversation, you're not supposed to be taping it. You're not supposed to audio tape, videotape it, and you do, you're not supposed to share. That's relationship stuff. Do you understand the reason why I'm so successful in the NFL? Is because they like eat. When you come in this world, everything that you hear, everything we talk about is supposed to be off limits. I put up a video the other day, somebody's like, Cam Newton, I've been on Cam Newton since 2012. You wouldn't know it. Why? Because that's why. So when you come in, you're like, oh, they're like, oh, no, they group it out. No, we can't do it. There's certain places when I go, we don't take cameras. We don't audio. Why? Because it's like when they come, people already want to be in that world. So relationships, I understand when I go to some venues, we can cut the tape on. But in other venues, it's enough, you don't cut it on. You don't even say you've been here. D'Angelo Russell, great basketball player, but he didn't learn that in relationships, there's something that's called privacy and secrecy, and you don't share certain things. I don't care how mad you are. Like, I don't care how upset you are with me. How many of y'all been upset with your friends and you got some juice on your friends, right? But you know, even though you're upset and you got some juice, you're not supposed to do what? You don't tell the Jews. You're not supposed to say that kind of stuff publicly. And you think it's cute when you say it because you get back at that person, but what's happening when you're doing it is people looking at you like, oh, she's saying, oh, okay. So if me and her get into it, she probably won't tell. So relationships are huge. That's how I got through Michigan State. When I got to the grad school, my boy Tom saw my boy Jay. He saw my son Jalen at the MAC. We've been back in the day when I first got to the university. I'm telling y'all, I straight up Detroit. I ain't gonna act like I'm from Detroit. I ain't look right. I never been to a white community before. I got with Tom, like, yo, Tom, you like you know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? You like you know how to write. Let us reason together. Right? We became great friends. That was my guy. He would give me all the little E. Know this, you need to know that. I'm like, man, let's go. So relationships, and even today, when was the last time we talked, Tom?
Since, my wife and I premarital stuff, like 6 years ago.
That was the last time we hooked up. I did premarital counseling for him and his wife. That was 6 years ago. He saw my son the other day. My son was like, Dad, I'm going to tell you what happened, Tom. Tom, watch this. My son sent me your number. Like, Dad, call. And I was like, oh, okay. He hit me back a couple hours later yesterday. Dad, did you call the number? I was like, no, I didn't call the number, but I'm going to call. He called me back today. Dad, did you call the number? I'm like, no, is this a plug? I thought it was a plug. I'm like, you got the grade 12s for me? I thought you called his grade 12s for me. I thought he had the plug. I called Tom, what's up, E? I'm like, this Tom's son. Like, what's up? He was like, yo, E, you still doing your thing? Like, yep. He's like, I've been out of the pocket. I'm ready to get back into speakers. He used to speak with me, like, I'm ready to get back into it. I hadn't seen him in 6 years. He's like, when you doing it again? I said, tonight. He was like, I'll be there. Relationships.
I wouldn't be here for a lot of people, I promise.
And I know Tom, he wouldn't. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? So relationships are important, right? And somebody didn't school my man. So you can make a lot of money. All right, here's my last one. I got 5 minutes. We got to get out of here. 1, 2, 3. All right, you got that? All right, let me see that. They might not put anything on there. Oh, okay, good. I don't know what that meant. All right, I'll say it. This is what I meant, right? You should invest more in you than anybody else invests in you. Let's be honest. How many of you in this room, Pruitt, I know you're still young, but we're going to make a transition. How many of you have parents in here that have invested more in you than you've invested in yourself? Raise your hand. Be honest. Good. Hands down. How many of you have mentors that they've invested more than you've invested in yourself? Just be honest. Raise your hand. Listen to me. This is where things change for me. The day I realized I'm not going to let nobody invest more in me than I invest in myself. From a financial standpoint, nothing. Like, you're not going to give me more money than I earn for myself. Like, you're not going to give me something that I have not earned for myself. So if I didn't sacrifice or I didn't work for it for myself, I'm not going to let you give it to me. I'm going to work for it. This is my last one. This is the most important one. You will get to another level in life when you invest more in yourself than you let other people invest in you. Right? I'm just being real. And some of y'all, you're like, oh, that's my mom, that's my dad. Absolutely. But you'll be a child for the rest of your life if your mom and dad or your mentor is investing more. If your mentor getting you books and you're not buying books for yourself, you know how many mentees I've given books? You know how many books they read when I just give them to them? I don't know what happens in life when you just give people stuff. Most people are not mature enough. I give them a book, what do they do with the book? Most of them put it down, read a page or two. Right? But when you buy something for yourself, you normally do what? You pay $150 yourself for a book. I bet you read that book, but guess what? The program bought it, your mom, dad bought it. You ain't even really picked the book up. You barely passed the class and you never opened the book. Why? Because you didn't have to sweat for it. Look, invest more in yourself than you let another human being invest in you. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Like, I just gave, look, a company would have paid me $1,000 to give them that same principle and break that principle down. Invest more time in you. Like, no teacher should have you in the classroom and she invests 3 hours into you. And when you leave, you don't put 3 hours into that book yourself. Like, you'll never be successful. If somebody is investing more in you than you invest in yourself, if somebody's calling you and charging you up and pumping you up and getting you going, but you never charge or pump yourself up, like if you're not looking in the mirror and telling yourself words of affirmation, like if you're not, come on. Nobody invests in me. Any voiceover I do, I'm practicing long before I do the voiceover. I'm into it. I'm like, you will not outwork me. I don't care who you are. You are not going to outwork me or me. Now, you might outwork me on some math or some science, but you're not going to outwork Eric Thomas on Eric Thomas. You're not going to make more of an investment than me than I'm going to make it myself. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the company is. I told you I just left a company and boom, on the stock exchange. We talking about for real. Their overall income increased. And then I sent them 30 videos for free. You're not going to outdo me. And guess who they're going to call next year? It's not rocket science. I'm going to always invest more. Eric Thomas, I joined your program, and I just feel like, come on, you're not going, let's just be real. Can we be real for a minute? You and Mr. Brown, you in the program. You've heard of other stuff, Tony Robbins, whatever, all these other programs, right? We do a phone call on Thursdays, right? You've been on every Thursday. How many times have I been on? Every one of them. We do one on Sunday. He's a part of my university. Every Sunday, we've done a call on Sunday. How many calls am I on Sunday? Every one of them. You're not going to join my company and get more. You're not going to pay, and you're going to invest more in me than I'm investing in you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So we had a little conversation the other day, right? And this don't have nothing to do with the whatever. And I told you to do what? What did I tell you to do? You asked me a question on the call, and I told you we need to do what? We need to connect outside. You don't pay for that. I got dudes that I do investment with, like executive coaching. It's $20,000. How much did I tell you I was going to charge you to talk to you on the side? Nothing. You're not going to put more into me than you're not going to do it. You're not going to outwork me. You're not going to do it. You're not going to invest more than me than I invest in myself. You're not going to do it. And that's the problem with some of y'all. You letting other people invest in you more than you invest in yourself. You'll never be successful like that. Michael Jordan's not Michael Jordan because he was born a god. He wasn't born with like superior athletic skill. They kicked the boy off varsity. He wasn't born better than everybody else. Tom Brady was picked 600. Tom Brady wasn't better than nobody else. They picked the kid last. They sat him down. When Bledsoe got hurt, they brought him in because Bledsoe was hurt and said, just go in for a minute until we can get a replacement. Do your homework. Tom Brady was told, all right, Bledsoe hurt. We're going to see what's going on with him. We'll just go in for now. And when Tom Brady went in, he's never come out. He has never come out since they brought him in. And you know what he told the owner? He said, do you know who I am? He said, yeah, I know who you are. You are the 199th pick. And he said, I'm going to be the best investment that the Patriots have ever made. And outside of their coach, I think he's probably the best. Why? Because he said, you will not invest more in this franchise than I invest into it. So I need you to just write this down real quick. I'm gonna invest in myself and give me an area. Just write it down real quick. I got less than 5 minutes. You got this area. ET, this is where I'm gonna start investing in myself. That's why I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, because I'm invested in myself. That's why I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. That's why I get up. I'm making an investment. I'm putting deposits. Because guess what? When you put deposits into the bank account, that's how you have money. You don't have money when you're making withdrawals. That's when they kick you out. You overdraft. So I'm getting up every morning, 2, 3 o'clock, listen to me. The first thing I do when I get up, anybody y'all know, what's the very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning? Yep, I don't even pray first. I probably should. But it's right after that. What do I do? No, that's smart. You're supposed to look at that. I'm going to start doing that too. Pray and go to the bathroom. Come on, you follow me. What do? I don't meditate first. What do? No, I work out. That's the first thing I do is what? I tweet. The first thing I do is send out a message to the world. It's the first thing I do. I make an investment. I deposit. It's the first thing I do. I put something on there that's going to motivate you, inspire you, and then I get on with the rest of my day. I make an investment. I deposit. The problem with most of you bankrupt because all you do is withdraw. It's all you do from your parents. You just take. You take all their money, you take their time, you take their resources, you take. That's why you're where you are right now, because all you do is take. I'm where I am because I've just been deposited to the world. And guess what happened? You reap what you sow. I ain't just started doing it. We told you I've been doing this at Michigan State. I've been doing it since the 90s. That's not even where I started. But I've been investing in this community for over 20 years. In this community. And I keep getting it back. My son's here. I keep getting it back. Finishing up, he just hit me like that. I can't believe it. I got less than 30 credits and I'm out of here. This is where I put the most of my time and most of my energy. And why? Because this was the community that invested in me. This is the community that believed in me first. This was the first community that gave me a big check, $800. The first check I got back in the day, $800. I thought I was the man. I was like, hey, 800 what? I called my mom like, I just got paid 800. I'm officially a motivational speaker. And I'm going to Michigan State University. Right up the street. Called all my cousins was here. My family was here. They were sitting right there. Nobody don't even know it. But they was right in the Kellogg Center at the auditorium, sitting in the back. Like, man, my cousin a motivational speaker. I left like, I'm the man. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, or Michigan State. Come on, that's what you dream of. I'm like, I'm speaking at, I'm Big Ten. Spartans. You know what I'm saying? I was geek. I had on all the gear. I was going back to a little small town Huntsville with all the gear on. It's the first community that invested in me in a real way. And guess what I keep doing? I keep investing back. I don't even have to do it. I'm on a level professional. I don't got to do this. But I do have to do it. Why? Because when somebody invests in you, you have to out-invest them. So whatever they poured into you, you got to pour it back. Some of you are probably just selfish every time you go home. Like, I ain't even talking about money. You begging for money, you can't even wash dishes. You can't even help take care of nobody. Clean up a room or something. Just like clean up one room when you go home. Like every time I go home, I'm doing the living room. I'm going to wash my mom's car. I'm going to go fill it up with gas. Do something other than take, Mom, what's for dinner? At least wash the dishes when you finish. Go pick the groceries up, something. You're selfish. And because you're so selfish, you're withdrawn, and you don't even realize why you're bankrupt. You're bankrupt because you keep taking. So I'm asking you to do yourself a favor. Before you're mature enough to invest in others, at least start investing in yourself. Take class serious. That's your investment. Take your business serious. You got to be to work at 8 o'clock and you're getting up at 7:15? Like, come on. Get up. Get ready. Go to your job like it's meaningful. Every time I come, I try to, like I said, I try to come with it. I'm like, yo, what shoes today? Like, okay, I wore those last week. Don't wear the same thing. All right, clean this up a little bit. Did you shave? All right, boom. All right, let's go. I try to come with, this hat don't got no spots. Like, I try to come like, let's make an investment. I don't come just like whatever I had on. I took a shower before I came. You're important to me. I don't have to take a shower like in the middle of the day. It's not 80 degrees. I was like, just in case somebody dap me up and we go to boom, I want to have a nice lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit, boy, like, oh, I can tell he been grinding. You smell like he been grinding. Right, make an investment. All right, so that's it. So the first one, let's just do it real quick. I'm going to let you get out of here. All right, let's go with the first one, but I got to fix the last one. Invest more in you than you. Okay, right. We'll fix that one. All right, so the first one again. Good. 1, 2, 3. Give me some energy. 1, 2, 3. I'm the brand. You are your brand. Good. Number 2, be careful. 1, 2, 3. What are you selling? When people think of your name, what do they think about? When I think of Heinz, I think of what? When I think of sports drinks, I think about what? When I think of shoes, sports, shoes, stuff, I think of what? For real, when I think tennis, I think what? When I think swimmers, I think... No, when people think of your name, what do they think? When they say your name, do they say lazy? When they say your name, do they say inconsistent? When they say your name, immature? When they say your name, taker? When they say your name, you're not serious? When they say your name, what do they think about? You're your biggest brand. All right, then we're going to fix the last one. Just don't say the last part. Just say the first part. All right? 1, 2, 3.
Invest more in you.
Good. So to go with me. All right? I'm going to invest more in me. 1, 2, 3.
Invest more in you.
Good. 1, 2, 3.
Invest more in you.
All right, that's all. Do I have to make sure I have? Are we here next week? Same building? All right, same place next week. How many more of these do we have? 3 more after today? All right, make sure I'm going to be here for those 3. Make sure you're here for those 3. Let me tell you something. I love you guys. Let me tell you how much I love you. I was asked to be in Boston today. All right, I had an opportunity to be in Boston today. Good, I just want y'all to know I'm not lying. Akil, Orion, y'all know who I was going to see in Boston? So Mark asked me to come on the set and spend some time with him because he wanted to help take the brand to the next level. And I was like, man, I can't do it. It's Tuesday. I was like, man, can we get a flight in and flight back? And they was like, no, we can't do it. I was like, all right, tell Mark I'll see him next week. Because I got to go to Miami tomorrow, so I can't do it. So I'm investing in you. Most people have that type of opportunity. They tell, oh, my work, I got to go. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You are more important to me than that is. And I believe if I take care of you and invest in you, that opportunity is going to still be there for me a week from now. But this one ain't going to be here a week from now. Because some of you are so immature that if you don't get this message from week to week, you're not going to be able to do what you're supposed to do. So I was already gone 1 week. I was like, I can't be gone 2 weeks. They might just have a meltdown academically. I'm being for real. So we got 3 weeks. Make sure you're here. All right. Listen. All right. So that's it. No, we have any announcements? I don't see any on here. No announcements. All right. So we have a raffle. We do. All right. Raffle. All right. Love the trouble. Make sure. Wow. Somebody making good. Life saving. Somebody.